Kampala. That match is Caesar trying to lead with 3 frames on one against Kelvin, aiming for the black by sinking it in, and there he leads. I think he's here to mean business, even would have. One of those times when players that are so friendly in life, they are very, very good friends. These guys, even when they face each other, you never see them complaining so much about each other. They know that they are both very good sportsmen, and yes, they are. Of course, Caesar did play in the Zambian Pro League with Sharks Polo Club in 2022. That is when these two guys met for the very first time, and they have a very friendly story that lives on up to today. When Kelvin did make a tour of December 2024 together with his international compatriot arriving in Uganda and made them feel at home, and for the fact that they decided not to have many matches against each other, although the public really wanted. That is how friendly they are. But in matches like this one, there is no friendship, believe you me. There is an accord to win or lose. There are honors, also there is money. And for both of these guys, they came to win that competition that was International Polo Carnival, which since then has been won by Eshka. This one will be a major consolation if either of them did win it. And Kelvin is one person that has really learned how to take those major consolations. His first and only international comp won to date was a Super 8-man comp, and the player he did win in that was the same player he's playing against. God told me that he is hard. You are watching the final, the last match of the Super 8 Cup that has been organized by Club TIMBA. So, and the venue owner, and I didn't know that he loves Paul that much. He's been there since the start of today's events, and yes, even here he's concentrating. Every time he sees players that are good size, he just says player X and Y, you raise to 9, winner will get this amount of money, the loser will get something small. He just likes to see them hustling and fighting on the table and playing those shots and moving the white ball around. He just likes that. He also likes poor company. I am realizing at one time I was fearful that, you know, pool is this game of so many youthful players. Sometimes they have so many antics on the table. Sometimes they give hard time to the referees. There's that incident between Sorry, dear viewers, I had to go silent to sort myself this air. It can really mean to be cold. You need to be speaking something. Sometimes the way I'm sitting, which is near the doorway to this place, which is assembled for only 1 week, simply to have this session from Nairobi, but bought by Mheshimiwa Sudi for this tournament, and then he will reassemble them in the other place that has space at this venue. But they have been normally as a music show that when an artist like Iani, I've been told those ones that attract crowds, when they are invited by TIMBA to entertain the Eldoret crowds, the Eldoret, they do so here. But now, Kelvin is entertaining the Eldoret crowds in the same area where the artists normally do. He will want to win the frame by potting yellow to the center pocket on the right. White ball may have to rotate round the black. Oh my god, the rotation is perfect. The pot is exactly not, and yet the most important thing on the table is first to pot a ball. Clearly he is not playing his A game, and he is playing exactly against the wrong player. You are listening to someone that has been streaming scissors games which are in a few hundreds for the last maybe 4 years. I normally take some time to learn these players. The worst, and I'm saying worst in a good way, the worst version of Caesar to be an opponent of yours is the one that has been wounded. He was beaten in very painful circumstances, Caesar, by Brian Kiptalam in the main event, as Kelvin finds his yellow off the cushion hoop for the white. When he puts up his performance is where a second opportunity presents itself for him not to have his tour come to zero. Just remember the big Nation Championship late last year where he went out to Zimbabwe to many of these players participated, losing to Royd and respectively. And he reached the 8 and beat him by 21 frames to 15 for what we were told when he was beaten by Jerry in a money match in Kampala last year. He rematched 3 days later, and the performance he put up in that money match is one of the very best I have ever seen of him. Apples after apples after apples, and defeating Jerry by 25 frames to 10. Now he's having an opportunity to win frame number 6 and increase his scoreline by 1 more frame, make it 5. As long as he plays that yellow, I think, to the center pocket on the right. Center pocket on left, just like that, and its roll to the corner pocket to center pocket will be a formality. Caesar 5 and 1. I normally never get to thank you, the fraternity, for always showing this. It is very active, I have to say. And always watching this, your precious data bundles, your time allocated, your lies at the place of work that you are busy, and yet you are watching Paul on your phone, is what gives publicity to these players and like myself as a street this match after 6 frames played at a number of 3,400 combined on Facebook and YouTube. And I believe that you are still pouring into especially when close to the final stages of the match. I have to confess that I just wish that Kelvin starts pulling his game up. Maybe signs of the cold that is in Eldoret. I think we had some. I think it's some kind of island after all. It produces the best long distance in the world, and yes, they train in highlands.
Omusajja agambye omulabise sana omuletere nti ne baba wadde ssente ez'ebyo ate era abagamba nti agenda asaba omugagga ssente ate era kati mumulabisa ng'omulyayi maaso ga mukama we era tawulira bulungi agambye ku ssente zammwe baba wadde mekameka obupapula 10,000 mitwalo anti kati agambye ezo ssente kati zaffe basaba ogenda mubuuza ne musiraamu sente zaffe basatu siuza mu babiri siraamu naali mugambe matanagenda bw'oba oyagala okitegedde oyabali
Sorry guys. The matches are not going to time as planned. Some things to sort out like accommodation. The passion of the game can sometimes take you up, then you forget that after the game you may not even have even where to rest. Some so now we can concentrate again to this big one. And guys, just joining the stream, you are watching the final of the Africa Super 9-man competition happening here at Club TIMBA EXO in Eldoret City in the Rift Valley region in the country of Kenya. Other players that were involved, if my memory will serve me right, from Tanzania, Saif Hamad, he came fourth. From South Africa, Aiden Joseph lost in the first round, and then Jeremiah Naido came third. From Kenya, 3 representatives, that is the 2 that reached the final of the Shujaa Kenya, that is David Njane, the eventual winner, as well as Robbins Ocheng, and then of course Brian Talam Loto, and now Zambia's Kelvin Nkandu, as well as Uganda's Caesar Chandiga, who complete the lineup of 9 players that have been the choice. The TIMBA organizing committee led by tournament director Martin Kihato. They have paid 0 registration fees, but they are going to win money. It should be 1,500 US dollars for number 1, and then half of that for number 2, and then again half of that for number 3. Number 4 gets a handshake from the sponsor with exactly 0 money. I am kidding. I do feel bad for my friend Saif Hamad, who played relatively so well, especially against Aiden Joseph, but lost out in the semi-finals in the match that he played again so well, but lost narrowly to this guy in the final. Was taken down in a very competition by South Africa's Jeremiah, who, by the way, who was again third the last time out that we had the Super 8-man competition in Nairobi, Kenya. And then the players that came first and second were Kelvin and Caesar. But on the day, Kelvin came number 1. I remember it was a race to 16. He won a little bit comfortable. I think it was 16-10. It was not double life, it was double elimination. Caesar was defeated in the first round by Brian Kiptalam. I also do remember Caesar coming late. He woke up to switch on the phone, knowing he was woken up by the alarm, and his match, he was told by that he was down by 4 frames to nil because there was a walkover countdown in favor of Brian Kiptalam. By the time he got to transport and of course dressing up to the venue, he reached with a deficit of 7 frames to nil against a player as good as Brian Kiptalam. He rest to 13 it was, but yes, Caesar lost by 13 frames to 11. That means that actual score was 11 frames, I think, to 5-6. Yes, 11-6. If he can try and find a way of finishing this one, then it will be himself needing only 1 frame more. I think he will be playing this defense. Yes, he does play defense. It's not so to see a player as good as Kelvin down with such a margin. He's not one of those boys anymore that will be bullied by fellow senior players, because now he is a top boy too. Personally, for me, there's that one thing that I do agree entirely with Aiden, that Kelvin and Ginte are those 2 players in the last year that have proved themselves to graduate from the youth to the men. You even feel pity for Kelvin playing against a guy shooting this good. Having out the full throttle of the beast in him right from the start of the match. Sometimes Caesar is just unplayable. We want to put both yellows to the same center pocket on the left, and then white bounce off the cushion to move towards the right, such that he gets to put black to the corner pocket at the top left, and now leads by 8 frames to 1. We have played this final, and I am learning that it is exactly the whole of 56 minutes, including time for racking and breaking and inspection. Just like that, one of these players needs 8 frames, one of them needs 1 out of 8. Kelvin would in his mind now be planning what to use with the money that comes for taking position number 2, because position number 1 is a far cry. By the way, the last time that they faced off was another very entertaining match that I did stream, I remember, at Queen Sports Club Double Life Championship in Bulawayo, the second life quarterfinals, with Kelvin having 2 lives and Caesar left with 1. They faced off racing to 9. It was 8-8 at one time, and then Caesar broke and finished a very hard game. That is how he took down Kelvin. But this time, unless Kelvin wins a few games in a row, it will be the biggest whitewash between the 2 superstars of their respective countries. Sorry, my guys who are watching from Lusaka, this one seems to be not your day. Normally Kelvin makes you proud so many times. He's one of those guys that likes to entertain the internet, playing money match after money match after money match. I was just having a little discussion with him this morning, asking him whether he would have a match with Jerry before Jerry goes back. The 2 were discussing their return schedules. Kelvin lives in Dar es Salaam nowadays as a player in the Tanzanian Pool League. He may not even have to book a flight. Buses are around to Dar es Salaam. Jerry was saying that he leaves, I think, tomorrow evening. If they were to play, it will be perhaps tomorrow morning or afternoon or something. There is talk of a money match tonight between Jerry and the Ugandan Kasozi. If it does happen, we shall get to know. If it does happen, it could be played at the same time that that the match between Aiden and Caesar is being played. I don't know if I will be streaming it or not. Maybe I could stream one on Facebook and another on YouTube, but that would deny the Facebook audience the chance to watch one of them. I love both platforms. Facebook for the fact that it is the best at promoting the sport. YouTube is a little bit more convenient for most users because of its ease with which the match can be cast on a big television. Personally, from the country that is my home, Facebook is being used illegally. It is not allowed. You are not allowed in my country to use Facebook. It was banned by government. Only that our police force also has an active Facebook page. I'm just making fun, and don't react so much to stuff that could get me in trouble, and I will delete that voice out. With a safety shot like that, I just love the fact that even when things are not going well for Kelvin, he still is interested in winning a frame or two. What he should do is try to fight with any frame as it comes. Make the score a little bit more respectable. If he wins this frame, fight for the next frame as much as he can. If he does win it as well, fight for the next. If he wins 1, 2, 3, 4 frames in a row, before he knows it, Caesar will be under pressure, and we shall have a game on. But first, that has to be done. Saying it is something different altogether. Kelvin now will be trying to put yellow maybe to the diagonal corner pocket. There is some space. Yes, he does. That was so good on the eye. It was more of the Kelvin I know. He just has to roll that yellow ball to the corner pocket on the top right, then back to the center pocket on the left, and the score will improve to 2. In one of the matches that have been the not so good performances of him in the recent past, Kelvin pulls one back. Yes, at least to make fans in Lusaka by the Zambian is a dry break. When you break dry, sometimes when your opponent is Caesar, it could be your last shot of the match. Pretty open. On the Reds, of course, Reds being slightly better positioned because of that yellow which is frozen against the cushion at the bottom right in of your table. He's making it look difficult, and I'm not so sure he's finding it difficult. Maybe the worry is about that red ball which is in between two yellows now near that center pocket. If he can get solution for it, maybe he will be winning the match. Right, it's the ball which is relatively difficult of the three. A little bit right ball backwards, he may get a good angle on the aspect, just like that. This is when he's playing. It is Zambian. They start in Lusaka and Ndola and Kitwe and Kabwe. Kingston. A chance to roll that red market at the bottom right, like here is just done. To start in Kampala and Kawa and Kavari, the Scorpion. The content trip to Kenya. Normally Kenya, one can or races with money at stake. It's the second tournament he's winning in Kenya to add to the Grand China Open Championship that he won last year, taking home the $6,000. Final score in the final: the Ugandan Caesar Chandiga 9 and the Zambian Kelvin Nkandu 2. Please keep your data bundles loaded. Keep your phone loaded. Aiden versus Caesar, Arresto 17, coming up next.